Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your full moon in Scorpio message. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, let's begin. So let's see here. So prior to that full moon in Scorpio that we had on May 1st, I created 12 spiritual bags, one for each of the 12 zodiac signs. I put a piece of selenite as well as a glass evil eye stone to protect you, the message, as well as the individual whose energy we're tapping into. So you're probably wondering, well, who is that person? Well, we are taking a look at the most transformational relationship or relationships that you had in your life. How were they meant to transform you, or how were they meant to be a catalyst of change for you? So let's begin. We have the Oracle card, card number 53, Seahorse Spirit, Watch and Wait. You then have Peacock, Be Aware of Great Pride, Tower, Solid Foundation, Success with Effort, and then we have Love. Oh, very nice. Okay. You also have, well, where are your cards? Oh, your bag doesn't have cards. Isn't that interesting? The individual cards. Who else didn't have cards or was missing cards? I think Gemini was missing some of them. So we're missing something. I take everything in a reading as a sign, so we're missing something. Okay, your stone is Relax. Then we have the letters. These could be your initials, someone else's initials. It maybe spells out a word or abbreviation to a street or a month. It doesn't make or break the reading, so please don't force them. We have C, H, J, V, N, M, W, O, I, B. Again, C, H, J, V, N like Nancy, M like Mary, W, O, I, B like boy. Okay, your charms. We have a hacksaw. We have a music note. And we have a tape recorder. Maybe you're into music, they're into music. You could possibly play an instrument. We have a bee, like a worker bee. Oh, you also have a honeycomb. Okay. We have a butterfly. We have a seashell. We have a seashell. And we have... and we have an angel. Okay, let's see where we go with this message. Clarify this, please, for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What was the most transformational relationship or relationships in their life meant to teach them, meant to transform them? How is a relationship meant to be a catalyst of change here for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Wands. Okay, we're going to clarify this now using the After Tarot deck. If you're not familiar with this deck, the images are slightly different. It does alter the meaning of the cards themselves, and we'll go through them as necessary in your reading today. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, we are clarifying Three of Wands, Two of Wands, Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Wands is clarified by the Star card. Two of Wands is clarified by the Four of Swords. Ace of Swords is clarified by the Fool. Four of Swords clarified by the Hermit. Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Emperor. Three of Swords clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Swords clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Cups clarified by Seven of Cups. And Knight of Swords clarified by Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. Okay, remember, these readings are intended to help all of us, so please don't be offended by this message. This is specifically for a group of you where when you meet an individual, you immediately want to form connection with them. There's no waiting, like the watch, wait, and see. There's something here, and it could be in regards to a love relationship, but I mean, even if we're looking at platonic, there is no waiting here. It's like, I meet the person, oh, they're my wish fulfillment. This is my best friend. I'm going to end up marrying this person, like within days or within weeks of getting to know them. It's like we're already moving forward. We're taking the leap of faith. There's no timeout. There's no pause. It's like you determine this person's going to be your best friend for life, your lover, your spouse. You quickly move in the connection, only to then like have your heart broken. Something transpires. You realize they realize there's, you know, a lack of compatibility or something like that. But then the wheel spins, that relationship ends, the wheel spins, and we hop right back into the next relationship very quickly again, almost like repeating this pattern. If it's not your message, please don't be offended. Just check another placement. But this is specific for those of you where you rush relationships. You go on one date, you're like, oh my God, this person is so amazing. I'm probably going to end up marrying them. Something like that. And it's like, you don't even know the person. Three of Wands. Clarify the Three of Wands. There's also no break in between connections. Again, if it's, these messages are collective in general, so just take the parts that fit. You know, there's also a group of you here where there's no break. Like we go from 10 of Swords, oh my God, I'm heartbroken on a Friday. Saturday, oh, I met someone new. Ace of Cups, I'm already going out on a date with them. Like there's no period to heal. No period to heal. So take the messages how they resonate, but it's either moving too quickly into relationships or going from one relationship right into another. Clarify that Three of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Wands is clarified by Page of Wands. Look at that. Page of Wands. I meet you. Right? I meet you. Page of Wands. We're discovering. We're getting to know one another. Chariot. Let's go. You know, best friend for life. Best job ever. There's something like that here happening. Ace of Pentacles. I'm going towards the opportunity. Death card. And it ends. It's like not giving time to see if you and this person are compatible. It's not getting the fine print on a contract or the terms and conditions of a lease or loan. Again, it could be for someone you love, but it doesn't have to be. It just seems to be like rushing into something because it sounds good in the moment. It sounds good in the moment. It sparks some type of passion. Oh, I really want to work there, work with this person, get to know this person. I'm sexually attracted to this person. It's like immediately going for it. There's no pause, right? Three of Wands could be waiting to get more information, waiting to see the terms and conditions, waiting to see what the benefits package are, is of the job, waiting to get to know this person before seriously committing to them. So I feel like what this relationship or relationships was meant to teach you was wait, watch and wait. Watch and wait, because to build a successful tower with someone, and that's what we all intend to do. We want to build a successful tower, one that can withstand a tower moment, that doesn't immediately crumble on us, is taking our time to lay that foundation. It takes a long time to get to know someone. It takes a long time to go through that interview process. It's like applying for a job and you go on the interview, and by the end of the interview, you're like, can I start tomorrow? You don't have any of the facts. You don't know the days of the week you have to work. You don't know the hours. You don't know the benefits package. You don't know how many sick days they're going to pay you for annually. It's just eager to move forward with an opportunity without maybe getting all of the details, which is very unlike Virgo. One more shuffle here. Thank you, but that's okay. Maybe that's just an aspect of yourself that you need to heal. Clarified by the Four of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the World card, bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. That's the lesson. For me, the World card is the lesson. So the lesson is when you do have opportunity to engage in a professional connection, in a platonic connection, in a romantic connection, pause. Knight of Pentacles. Let's get all of the details. Knight of Pentacles is you in your highest vibration. It's Virgo in its highest vibration. Getting the facts, getting the figures, getting the fine details, getting to know the person, It's like, relax, take your time, get all of the information, build that solid foundation in this partnership. Make sure it's a job you will love. Make sure this is a person you can fall in love with and will fall in love with you. Beware of great pride. Don't let your pride get in the way. Okay. So I'm not going to clarify Two of Wands to the Four of Swords or the Ace of Swords to the Fool, because I just see that like the opportunity to connect comes in, or the offer opportunity, and then it's like you're off. You're jumping off the ledge. But your lesson here was to actually be patient. Four of Swords to the Hermit. Clarify that Four of Swords. King of Swords, get all the facts, the figures, the details. Get to know this person. Use discernment with them. Emperor to the Emperor. Whoever this Emperor is, and I don't read body parts. So the soulmate, the divine counterpart, the boss, the business partner. There's something here about like taking your time to really get to know this person. Six of Swords, bottom of deck, Four of Wands. There's that Four of Wands. Is this person actually what I want? Would I really like to work for this person or get to know this person? But this is taking your time to find that out. Like I said, getting all of the details, reading the fine print, going on many dates before you just decide this is my soulmate for life. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hermit is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and Temperance. Balance and patience, Knight of Wands. So I don't want to keep reiterating the message here, but there's definitely something here is like, oh, it sounds good, right? With that music note, it sounds good. Or shell, it could be like your emotions, right? There's something here like if it sounds good or if it feels good, I'm just going to move towards it. I'm going to move towards it without getting all of the facts and figures, because I feel like the Emperor hasn't really been the Emperor. It has not been the ideal job or the business partner or the ideal lender or the ideal financier or the ideal romantic partner. Clarify that Ten of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Lovers, the King of Wands, and the Death card. Yeah, it's not the ideal, but you keep rushing towards the ideal instead of taking your time. Clarify the Emperor there. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Emperor is clarified by the Five of Wands. The Lover shows itself again, and the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we go right back to that Two of Wands. Two of Wands, the Devil, the Six of Wands. So there's something here about rushing before getting all of the details. Again, the person presents you with an offer with that Ace of Pentacles, and it's like you make the choice that you're just going to rush right towards it. Rush right towards that Ace of Pentacles. And then Three of Swords. Heart is broken. Ten of Swords, something, obviously painful transpires in the connection. And please don't take that as I'm blaming you for that, okay? I'm not blaming you for someone cheating on you. I'm not blaming on you, blaming you for anything terrible like that. But there is something here about maybe ignoring the red flags or wanting to see the good in people. Expecting everyone to be like you when they're not. Assuming everyone is good like you when they're not. And then there's that other group of you where you do go through this kind of rush through the connection or rush through the business partnership, or you accept a job without getting all the details, and then it ends up not being what you want and you're heartbroken. You end up quitting, or you get fired, or there's, just a lot of conflict at work. So again, take it how it resonates to you, professional, platonic, or romantic. Clarify that Ten of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. There you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. The Empress and the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Five of Cups. That was your lesson. And if you learn that lesson, now when it comes to connection, you are the Empress. Because I don't believe once you become like the Empress or the Emperor, that's it for life. It's like, and that's just how I interpret cards as a reader. But for that lesson, you're now the Empress. And the Empress will only nurture something after he or she acquires all the data, all the information. Because remember, the Empress is the best qualities of all four queens and all four kings. Emperor, Empress. So when we look at it that way, the Empress isn't going to rush. It might love the idea of something because the Empress is ruled by Venus. But in classic Taurus and Libra energy, I got to make sure it's fair and balanced to me. Libra is the house of partnerships, marriage, connections, contracts, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. And Taurus says, I have to take my time to make sure that this is worth my talent or my love or my money or my devotion. We're going to clarify now the Wheel of Fortune. I do think for some of you, it was a repetitive cycle, and it could have been across a lot of things. It doesn't just mean with the same thing. Like you rushed into a job, it sounded good, you didn't get all of the details, and then within weeks or months, you're like, what the hell did I do? This is a terrible job. And then the next time around that lesson occurs, it's not with a job, it's with a friend. You think you're simpatico and you're on the same page. You think they're like you. They're not like you. You ignore some red flags when you see them. And then before you know it, the person betrays you or they backstab you or something like that. So it doesn't always have to be the same type of connection. It's just the same lesson keeps appearing. And I think for some of you, you went through a lot of different cycles with that, with a variety of different types of connections and experiences. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Two of Cups. So the new connection comes in, look, Chariot, and then we run forward with it, and Death card, it comes to an end. Five of Swords, and then our Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is a very aggressive knight in the deck in the After Tarot deck. So then we go from Knight of Swords to Tower. So again, I just feel like it's a cyclical pattern here. So whether you've learned this lesson or not, you have a new opportunity coming. You have a new opportunity coming. Could be in love, you know, career and finance, love and romance, a new friendship, a new opportunity. There's something new here now coming in for you, Virgo. Ace of Cups, clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups, bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. How that Ace of Cups plays out for you will be dependent on whether you're going to repeat that self-sabotaging pattern of wanting to rush and just accepting it without getting the details. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. In the After Tarot deck, the person is selecting the Ace of Cups. They're leaving 6 cups on the shelf. So it's almost like the universe wanting to see, did you learn your lesson? Are you going to take your time? Are you going to get all the details with this job? Are you going to get to know this person? Are you going to rush and proclaim this person as your best friend or your social circle when you don't really know them? Tell me about that Seven of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. Hanged Man. Take your time on this one, okay? Three of Pentacles. Go slow. King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. So you have this new opportunity coming in. I'm going to try to get timing for you here. But you have the new opportunity, and Source is just, it's not telling you it's going to work out or it's not going to work out. This is more or less to see, are you going to repeat that pattern of rushing without getting the details, without getting to know them? Knight of Swords, tell me about that incoming communication offer opportunity, because you have a potential here to repeat the past. Again, I feel like if you go too fast here, because in the After Tarot deck, the Eight of Cups, the person is returning. I think you would be returning to a past pattern. Clarify that Knight of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Swords is clarified. Three of Pentacles. Go slow. That came out twice here. Two of Cups with the next partnership that's coming in. Seven of Wands. Don't rush it. Six of Cups. It's a lesson. Or I should say it's a test. It's a test. It's a lesson. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. Go really slow with this one. It has the potential to be exactly what you want it to be. But it's really contingent on you going slow. That's the whole point of this. Let's see if we can get you timing. Not every card in tarot is timing, but if we have to, I have some timing decks there. When's a new opportunity or offer coming in for the Virgo Collective? Can we get timing, please? Thank you. Knight of Wands. This is quick. I mean, we're talking within, for me, wands are days. I mean, this would be one day. So within days of seeing this video, whenever you see it, is a timeless video for the full moon in Scorpio that we had on May 1st, 2026. Can I get a little bit more on timing here? This is coming in quick. One more shuffle. Thank you. And then we have the moon. So I would say between now and we have a new moon. We have a new moon in Taurus on May 16th, May 17th. New offer, new opportunity. Take your time. Get all the facts. Get all of the details. Time management. Knight of Pentacles. There you are. Ace of Wands. There's a new opportunity. Hermit. There you are. That was your lesson to go slow. So whatever this new opportunity is, get to know the person, whoever they are. Professional, platonic, or romantic. Get the details. Watch and wait. Take your time. Don't let pride get in the way that you have to accept this or you have to start dating this person. This could be, if this is a romantic partner, this could be someone who is very, very attractive looking. But again, it's like watch and wait. Don't judge them by the wands, okay, by the fire and the energy, because solid foundation is what needs to be built in this connection. All right, let's get you a couple of cards. And then we'll close it out with a Moonology card. So from rushing to going slow, watch and wait. From rushing to watch and wait. I want to get 3 cards for those of you where you haven't quite yet learned the lesson and you rush very quickly into connection, or you accept offers without getting all of the details. 3 cards here for my Virgos who have not quite yet learned the lesson. One more shuffle. Thank you. If you have not quite yet learned the lesson, 8 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the Page of Swords, bottom of that Page of Wands. When that offer opportunity comes in, I hope that you, I don't want to say heed the warning, but that this reading was an eye-opener for you, and that you pause. 4 of Swords, you pause. This is a state of being passive. It's a state of passivity. Oh, I heard reconnaissance. Okay, maybe reconnaissance. Talk to the person. Get to know the person. Collect all of the data or the information. Do your homework, and then sit on it. 4 of Swords also is... what do you call it? 3rd decan in Libra. Again, Libra is the house of partnerships, connections, contracts, professional, platonic, or romantic. So contemplate the data. Take your time when it comes in. And see if you can catch yourself. The next opportunity that you have, see if you can catch yourself like, oh my God, I really do that. That would be enough of an eternal tower moment for you to not repeat that lesson in the future. So when the opportunity comes in, that's what it's meant to do for you. Again, it's not saying it's good or bad, although energetically it looks to be good, because in the After Tarot deck, the 5 of Pentacles, the person's coming out from being out in the cold. Like they have a big old sack of coin. They've done well for themselves. But again, it's like, see if you can catch yourself moving too quickly or saying yes without getting all of the details. For my Virgos who have learned the lesson, they're no longer rushing in. They're getting the details. They're dotting their I's. They're crossing their T's. They're not hopping from one relationship to another. They're allowing themselves time to rest and recover. 3 cards for them, please. Thank you. One more shuffle. Thank you. Again, the moon card. Something in that energy of the new moon in Taurus. May 16th, May 17th, depending on where you live in the world. Judgment, you're going to have to make a judgment call. Chariot, how fast are you going to move forward, and will you be getting all of the details? 6 of Wands, the World card. Your victory comes if you learn the lesson and you get all of the details and you go slow. Hermit, go slow and evaluate everything. This could end up going really well for you, provided you learn the lesson and you go slow. That is what I have for you. Oh, we're going to close it off with a Moonology card. Right, it takes time to build a hive. I'm looking at your charm there. It sounds good, feels good, is not the answer. This could be very transformative for you with that butterfly card. The angel here, it's very much like a star card. So there's something here. If you can cut out this lesson and learn that it takes time to build a hive, you got to make sure you're working with the right people, right? Because when you're building, you're building like the honeycomb here, you can't have a destructive bee come in. Certain types of bees work well together. Certain types of bees don't. So you don't, as you're building this, new foundation in your life, or new financial opportunity, or new friendship or romantic partnership, relax, go slow. You don't want to invite someone in that can actually be destructive to what you're trying to build. Let's get a Moonology card here, please, for Virgo. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your Moonology card, my friend. Meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Take your time when the new offer comes in. Bottom of the deck, your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Again, Taurus is going slow. So that is what I have for you, Virgo, from rushing in too quickly to watch and wait. And that should have been the catalyst of change for you, or that's how those past partnerships or connections were meant to transform you moving forward. If you like those messages, they resonate with you, you want to claim all or part of them, maybe just found them to be insightful, maybe even helpful, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that, and don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.